All right. Happy October 17th, 2017 to all of you tuning in. I thought today would be a good day to talk about the VIX. What the VIX is, for those of you that are unfamiliar, is it's the volatility index, and it's a way for people to gauge the level of fear or volatility a market may have, meaning equity markets here. And so what a lot of fund managers will do is if they're long a number of stocks, they will go in and purchase VIX calls, meaning they believe that there may be an incident that could cause their long positions to be threatened and or go lower. And if that happens, they have VIX calls, which are options implying that the VIX will move up or volatility will increase, and that should offset the losses that their long position should have. So just to make this a little bit simpler, let's say one owns Microsoft, right? And Microsoft has seen a steady increase in its share price. And if a fund manager is heavy into Microsoft, what they would likely do in order to hedge their position, just in case Microsoft were to have a sudden retreat in the share price, is they would purchase VIX calls. And the reason for doing that is that's how you hedge yourself. So when, let's say, Microsoft were to move lower, the VIX would in turn likely move higher because of the impact that Microsoft has on indexes such as the Dow, which obviously Microsoft is one of the largest companies in the world. So one of the trades that's been working out like a charm for about the last 18 to 20 months is selling VIX calls. And by selling VIX calls, what I'm saying is essentially there's going to be a level of complacency or a calmness in the market, and therefore you're not going to see these volatile spikes, meaning that you see the index like the Dow go up 500 points, then down 500 points, or up 600 points. You see, that's volatility. We haven't had any serious volatility in over 18 months. And as such, the VIX, which again is a level of measuring volatility in the markets, has just steadily decreased and is at a 20-year low ever since its measurement. Essentially, it's at its 20-year low. So is this a good time for you to buy the VIX? Do you think that there's going to be some volatility in the markets given the geopolitical landscape, given a number of factors? Most people that have common sense would say yes, you should buy the VIX because there should be some volatility in the markets, because you never know when some act could occur that could rattle the equity markets. Now, with that said, there have been some exogenous issues that have occurred, in the United States as well as outside the United States that you would think would have some impact on the equity markets, yet they haven't. And I think the main reason for that is you have the Fed, who has been incredibly complacent and has been, very generous with its monetary policy, meaning that interest rate hikes have been incredibly slow, and that's because a number of items that the Fed looks for in the economy have not been met. And so as such, you have monetary policy, which is very much in favor of equities, which is why equities have been rallying. You see stock buybacks. And then one big kicker that could come in here very soon is tax reform. So if we see a change to the corporate tax and a reduction in the corporate tax, that could be a very serious problem for any kind of bear playing this market. So the point of this whole vlog that I'm shooting right now is I think that the VIX trade, which is one where I have personally done as well, where I've sold calls, which you sell a call meaning that I take in dollars immediately with the hope that that call expires worthless, meaning I keep the dollars that are paid to me given I'm selling something. I think that the VIX continues to move lower. I don't see any negative economic impact anytime in the near future occurring. We're starting to see earnings coming in here. Earnings have come in, they're doing fine here, or companies seem to be doing fine here with their earnings season. And we also have this potential cut to the corporate tax rate. And if that were to occur, I could see the VIX moving lower, equities continuing to move higher. So I just don't see anything changing here with the VIX. I think it just continues to move lower, and it's been a popular trade to short the VIX, and I see that continuing to happen. So anyways, For more information on this subject, as well as other information that we have on our website on small cap companies, large cap companies, I just recently shot a video about a short squeeze. Please visit our website, www.silvacap.com. Thank you again for tuning in.